Howdy guys, so today we've got a couple of quick unboxings for you. The first one being the Elgato HD Stream Deck. So we're gonna have a quick look in this. Again, you know, being a USB item, there's not a great deal to see, but you do get the keypad there, which links up to your computer and essentially allows you to do a load of crazy, easy moves with this little baby. It just essentially links up to your PC and allows you to use a load of noises, open programs quicker, that kind of stuff. Comes straight on a USB. These are basically little screens, all these little blocks here, and you can put your own little logo and name in each one of them, and if you press enter you can do like 2 lines of names, stuff like that. So that's the Stream Deck, 140 quid right now. Also comes with a little back stand, which pretty much works like a lot of sort of tablets do, or computers that sort of switch into two, you know, like a computer slash tablet. Just sits on there like that, and then, you know, you pretty much pull out a little what is it, how does it work? I don't know, but you essentially stick them in that, and it pretty much decides what height it's going to be at. It has a couple of little tabs on the back. Probably need a little screwdriver just to prise them out, just to get them going, ease them off, get them started. In the box, just you've got a little sort of instruction manual there, and then you've got a little quick start guide from Stream Deck as well, from Elgato. That shows you pretty much how to set it all up. That's the first one, 140 quid. Kinda want to get back into streaming if I can, and if I do, I want to make it that little bit easier for me, because I haven't done it in a while, and I found it a little bit frustrating doing it on my own last time. The second one is the, now you've seen my previous videos, if you do follow the channel, then you'll know that the way I have my system set up is I have 2 monitors. I've now got a 4K TV. So the 4K TV now allows me to stream 4K on the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. It creates its own set of complications when you go to 4K, because some of the stuff that you might use, i.e. a HDMI Switch Box, they're not 4K, at least the 501VN Kinivo one that I've got, which you'll see back in my previous videos, and did a little review of that, and I've loved that right up till this point. But then when you go to 4K, for some reason the PlayStation sort of tricks the Kinivo off. It's got very strong signal as a PlayStation, much stronger than the Xbox One X, and what happens is it crashes the Kinivo because it's not 4K. Now what it'll do is, while it's on it, it will do 4K because it's a straight pass through. The only problem is it won't then switch back to anything else, so you've got to unplug it, which obviously that's going to become an annoyance. And I was generally running out of ports anyway, because there's only 5 ports on it. So when you've got probably a 360, an Xbox One X, a PS4 Pro, a Wii U, they're all in my system. I've also got my PC twin screen on the two smaller monitors, and then I've got my what do we call it, Framemeister Mini. I've actually got 6 right now without the mini Super Nintendo and the mini NES. So in a way, the best thing I can do is buy one of these, which is sort of the daddy to the 501VN. Now this is called the K501. You can't buy it in the UK, so you've got to basically customs it over from the States. Comes in a brown box, that's the sleeve for the box. It's essentially just a 4K Switch version of the other one, with slight design changes. It is longer for a start. It's got a glossy front, which it comes essentially like the original Xbox, full of cling foam and stuff. Very shiny underneath, so it's going to show every bit of dust, etc. Also on the front, when you do power it up, the light that is blue is an input signal, and all the others will be red, which is that's different to the 501VN, where the lights were red I think actually, no, sorry, the lights were blue if they was on, and there was no light if it was off. But if you're coming from one to the other, you might think it's a bit complicated. Personally, I prefer it if they all show lights, because at least with all the lights on, you can count the numbers. So if you can count, you know, 1's red, 2's red, 3's blue, it tells you the channel. So if you was playing in the dark, for example, and you'd have to turn the light on otherwise to be able to count them, because you wouldn't be able to see which ones are just dark. So I think it's actually a better idea, especially for the people that play in the dark or play dark-ish, or don't have it in a place where they can see it readily all the time. That's my personal opinion. On the back, we've got 5 input ports, a 5V DC, and a single output. Of course, the output will still go through my HDMI 3D splitter. Don't seem to have any issues with that because it's a straight pass-through boost. It's just the switching of the 4K that's causing the problem. So here's what I'm going to do. The PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X go into this, and then all the previous gen consoles, including the PC HDMI, the Framemeister, etc., they're all going to go all into the old one, the 501BN, including the mini NES and the mini SNES, because I'll be freeing up 2 ports. So I'll still have 5 in that, but essentially what happens is then they come through this port into one of these inputs, so 5 into 1, and then I'll have 2 from the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, so I'll be using 3 ports on this, which is all I need because I've only got 2 4K plus my older stuff from the 501BN. And then that will then go into a splitter, which is, it's essentially just a Chinese splitter. I think we did a video on this one as well. It's called the HDMI 3D splitter 1x4. And then from there, one of them will go to whichever screen I want it to, whether it be the 4K TV behind me with the Gaming Guys logo, or one of the 27-inch bank monitors at the side, which I was going to get rid of them, one of them, but I'm not. I've decided to leave all 3. Now the TV, of course, will swing into the same position as the monitor closest to it that you can see here, because it's on a telescopic arm, and so it'll actually go straight in where that one is. So if I do decide to move it, I've left myself the option to do that. And yeah, and so the Elgato will get its own signal, albeit I can't record in 4K because the Elgato's a HD60, but it lets me carry on switching, which is the most important thing for me, because there is nothing worse than chucking a bunch of wires around every time you want to swap between one or the other, which is, and the 501BN has proven itself to be very, very good at stopping all that fuss. So it's just a case of getting another one that does it in 4K, and then you can integrate the 2 together, send them into the splitter. One goes to the Elgato, that'll just have to record in 1080, and so I'll get a 4K one. If I get a 4K one, the other one goes direct to your monitor, so you've got no pass-through latency. So that is pretty much that. So I've yet to try this, but what I will do is I'll come back to you and I'll give you a brief on both the Elgato. I'll give you a brief on this. Inside the box with this, by the way, let's just see what we get in it. So we get the same kind of remote. It's exactly the same remote. I'm just wondering if it's on a different frequency to the 501BN, because they are very similar, just that the numbers have moved from the right hand side to the left hand side, and we've lost the memory button off it. I don't know what the memory button even did, to be honest. So we've got that, and then on top of that we have the American plug, which is a 2-pin, unfortunately, so I'm going to need an adapter for that. Hopefully I'll have one booting around somewhere, a Euro adapter or something like that might do it. But I'll find something, if not I'll go eBay. And then just a little very, very tiny manual. It's just a simple fold out, showing you setup guides, etc. for that one. I'll give you a quick look at this. I have got it on manual focus, so it might take a little bit of messing, but let's just bring that up. So you can always sort of freeze frame if you want to read any of that. with a little warning label on the back about kids and bags or whatever it is. Oh, lithium-ion batteries and tops and stuff like that. And this has come off, it seems to have come off Amazon. So, saying basically we invite you to share your Kinivo experience on Amazon social media or directly with us by texting Kinivo to 601 620 006. So it's essentially designed for the American team. Now I don't know why this hasn't come over to the UK yet. There are other reviews and stuff of the K500, but I haven't seen anything yet for the K501. I imagine that's just because it's fairly new. So we'll get round to doing, you know, a little review of it, and we'll see where we go from there. But for now, there's the Elgato. Got a lot of working out to do on that. I have watched videos while I was waiting for it to turn up. Like I say, £140 that one was with curries. I essentially took credit out on that because I spent that much money on the Xbox and everything, but I paid most of that off this week. And the Kinivo, which I think rolled in at, I think it was about £65. It might have been $65, but with customs, I think it was $65 with customs, so I think it's about £48 to get that across, which I've got to say is the best buy if you're running multiple consoles and dual screen PC and you don't want to buy a telly for each of them. It is without doubt the best thing you can do. Alrighty, so I'll catch you soon, and you know, hopefully before Christmas, but I hope you enjoy the festive season. It's December the 1st. You know, it's really just going to get battered with Christmas songs from now on, so I might just keep myself locked away in this room as long as possible and play some games and fiddle with this lot. But ciao for now. Have yourself a lovely weekend. Ta-ra.